Recording in progress. Happy Tuesday, everybody. One more time, we're gathered here on a Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every single Tuesday, except the one that I got sick. But when that happens, we'll do it again. Don't worry about it. I just want us to create this space here that we can talk all things fitness and share all things fitness. And Flexi wants to be a part of it. The cats wants to be a part of it. And this way we can keep having deeper conversations about the topics that matter to us. Because there's only so much I can share on Instagram. There's only so much I can share with you guys, my clients, that so deep we can go. So if you keep having conversations and I can keep feeding you guys valuable information that you can really apply to your life, I consider that mission accomplished, right? So today is the last video of the series of the June series. We're talking about fitness myths. We talked about GLP-1. We talked about cardio. We talked about what else? And today we're gonna talk about if lifting heavy makes you bulky. We're supposed to have a fourth call. It didn't happen. Remember, I got sick. Actually, didn't get sick. I had a severe allergic episode to a peptide. So I'm getting ready to talk more about it on my social media. So if you'd like to know more about it, stay tuned, stay tuned, look around. There's gonna be some stuff on that. I still super believe in peptides, super, 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 but that definitely opened my eyes to some extra cares that we need to have regarding stuff that you put in your body. So stay tuned for that. Today we're going to talk about fitness myths. Does lifting heavy make you bulky? And I shared a post today on Instagram showing it was so funny because I was thinking, like, how am I going to show this? And I remember 10 years ago, exactly 10 years ago, is when I did my first professional competition in Las Vegas with the WBFF 10 years ago, 2015. And now I was lifting super heavy. Prior to that, I started lifting heavy for real when I was 21. 10 years ago, I was 29. I'm 39 now. So it's been almost 2 decades of lifting heavy. And I don't look like a man yet. Some people might defer, my haters on Instagram, because now I think I'm actually making it because I have so many haters now. So, but God protect me. I'm all protected from side to side, front to back, up and down, completely protected. No haters can get to me. But yeah, no bulking, no bulky. And there's a few reasons why. And the thing is, like, you can hear me talking about it, you can hear so many fitness professionals talking about it. But are you convinced that you should grab the 35-pound dumbbell or the 45-pound dumbbell to do a Bulgarian split squat rather than the 15, rather than the 10? Are you convinced? So today we're going to talk about the reasons why you will never get bulky by lifting heavy. And maybe we're going to sprinkle some stuff like to just kind of entice you to lift heavier. Okay. So we have three things that I'm gonna talk to you and convince you that you're never ever 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 gonna get bulky from lifting heavy. And that, I'm sorry guys, but this is for my ladies, okay? You can listen, you can hang out, you can ask questions, you can do all the things that you guys usually do. And if you're rude, if you're stupid, I'm gonna block you all because this is my space. This is not a democracy. This is my dictatorship. God damn it. It's not a dictatorship, but it's definitely not a democracy. You need to be respectful. You need to abide by the rules. That's where freedom really is, right? Freedom means you are respecting the rules. And the rules are don't be rude, don't be an asshole, respect others. Having said that, reason number one why women will never, ever, ever get bulky by lifting heavy is because we do have a lot less testosterone than men. And I know this is not a thing, we're not comparing men to women, but I know that the biggest fear of all my ladies is, am I going to get too big? Because we have in mind that male perspective of lifting heavy. We think that, if we lift heavy, 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 we're going to start looking like the dudes, like the meatheads. which I personally love. Here's a shout out to strong men. Physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, you need to be strong. And by strong, I don't mean indestructible. And by strong, I don't mean that you don't have emotions. By strong, it just means you need to be the man. And you need to have muscles. And you need to be bigger than the girl. That's my opinion. Throw rocks at me, do whatever you want. That's my personal opinion. I believe I'm still entitled to a personal opinion, right? If you don't agree with me, awesome, because apparently there's not enough strong men for everybody. So if you like weak men, girl, please go at them. Take care of them. They always want to interrupt my life. I personally think men should be strong. I think men actually I used to have I used to be on dating apps, I'm not ashamed to say. And I think these calls are getting too technical. I need to sprinkle some gossip, some fun here and there so you guys can keep coming back because you like to hear the nasty stuff. So I used to be on dating apps right after my divorce for a while. Then I got grossed out, so I left, and it's been a long time out of them. Thank God, praise the Lord. But I used to put on my dating profile requirements for dating. You must bench press more than I squat, mandatory. And I don't squat that heavy. I can squat 225 for maybe 4 reps on a good day. It's not that hard, you guys. I'm setting the bar low. 225, that is a bare minimum for it. And I want like good 8 to 10 reps on a bench. I don't even need a perfect form. Let's just do it, okay? I digress. Started talking about testosterone and muscles. It got me all excited, all hot and bothered. Let me focus. Focus. So the reason why we're not I bet you're cracking up there, right, Chrissy? I know you are. I know you are. Oh my goodness. Where's that girl, Alicia? She always laughs at me. But so the reason why we're not gonna get super bulky, we're not gonna get big, is just simply because we have less testosterone, and we need to detach the the expectations that we have because we think about men lifting heavy because that's what they do. This is my hair, and they get big because they have more testosterone. They have a lot more. They have 10 to 20 times more testosterone than us. And especially if I'm talking to my ladies out there that are above 30, we have even less. Well, you do. I don't because I'm taking care of it. But I love life stuff. So you're not going to get bulky. Physiologically speaking, it's very, very impossible. And of course, there are other factors. It's not just a hormonal thing. We're going to talk about nutrition in a second. But I would say it's a very, very extremely rare that a woman has high enough testosterone that she will get super big by lifting mediocre. It would have to be a combination of extreme heavy lifting, extreme heavy diet, and extreme high testosterone, natural high testosterone. The things that you guys think, and I put that on the post today, is that some women that you see that are getting big, 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 they're probably on some sort of enhancements. It's per se, I can say that, and I'm probably gonna get crucified by that. But the vast majority, vast, and by vast I mean like VAST, 90%, just made that up in my mind, but according to my experience, of female professional bodybuilders are on some sort of PEDs or steroids. No shame in the game. I use HRT. I do hormone replacement therapy. I'm 39. I'm not gonna keep watching my testosterone drop into nothing about it. I'm being how to say? Um ah what's the word you say when you do something before it actually happens? It's right here. Never mind. So I'm taking care of things before they go down south. I'm just proactive. Thank you, Chrissy. I know I start with a P. I'm being proactive with my hormones because I'm not gonna watch gravity keep beating me up. No, she will win eventually. Gravity will always win because at the end of we're all gonna go down. But I'm gonna give her the hardest battle of her life. I'm gonna fight gravity with everything that I have. So I'm being proactive with that. So even me having doing HRT, lifting heavy for 20 years, I'm not bulky. Why? Because there's so many other factors that get involved into building muscle. When I say get bulky, like guys, of course, that's a very subjective term, right? Because bulky can mean different things for everybody. And I don't mean here to get into something that everybody's going to agree with because that's going to look different for everybody. Somebody who likes to be super, super lean, getting bulky might look like something like me, that I'm a little bit bigger. For my size and my personal preference, looking bulky would mean like looking like some of the athletes that I know that are bigger. For them would be something else. So it's a subjective concept. So just bear with me. All I'm saying is if you do lift heavy, as heavy as you could possibly lift, you're not gonna get strong. And now it just came to my mind like female CrossFitters, a lot of them, they look big, jacked, muscular, strong. Some would think that's bulky, some would not. But I just say the reason I know I don't know much about CrossFit, I know about the world of CrossFit, like from the insides. I know about bodybuilding. I don't know how much of them do steroids or PEDs, enhancements, whatever. I don't know if it's a tested sport or not. I know nothing. All I'm saying is the volume of work is so big that a normal person would never achieve that. So even if you lift heavy every day, you would never look for like an hour. You would never look like a female professional CrossFitter because they lift so much volume, so many reps, so many watts, so much weight that they lift. And that's probably why some of them look big because they're just doing an excessive volume of work. So don't worry. Miami Christine is asking HRT at 39, interesting, but aren't you creating more hormones? I am, my love, I am. And the thing is, like, for me, being an athlete, and even if I wasn't competing, like, I love to look like an athlete. I cannot, that's not the right word. I don't want to have normal levels of testosterone. I want to have optimal. And naturally, maybe I could achieve that naturally if my diet was 100% clean, if I slept 8 hours a night, if I had a stress free life, which none of those are real. I don't sleep 8 hours a night. I probably work between 5 to 6, to be 100% honest. I love eating cookies and drinking wine, especially when I'm not in prep. And I live a stressful life because I have two businesses. I have clients all over. I'm always doing things. I work out really hard. I live in Miami. That's enough stress. So naturally, my testosterone would not be optimal. So I do HRT precisely to prevent my testosterone from going down too much. I wanted to keep at a best level possible. Joshua, being good, my dear. How about you? Guys, I'm taking some questions on Instagram, right? And if you guys, and just so you guys know, this will be the last call I'm going to broadcast on Instagram. Miami, Christine, you should definitely look into HRT. Absolutely. Like yesterday, you should look into it because it's so helpful. Now, of course, find a good doctor, okay, that can help you out. My doctor is in Brazil. But I have great doctors here. If you need some connections, DM me. I have amazing doctors to connect you with. And most of them do telehealth. So you don't even need to be here in Miami. Okay, so it's going to be the last call I'm going to broadcast on Instagram because starting next Tuesday, we're going to start a new series, July, up into my show. Shameless plug. Should I do a shameless plug right now? Da-da-da-da. I'm going to start broadcasting every single thing I'm doing for my prep. Like, you're gonna get access, but that's gonna be Zoom only, okay? You're gonna get access to all the meals. So I'm gonna like really share my screen, share my food log, all my meals, quantity, my workouts. I'm gonna start tracking them because I do not. So I'm gonna do that for you. My macros, my cardio, post training, my measurements. You're gonna have an inside scoop of everything. So if you are not yet on my email list, send me an email after this live, send me a DM, figure out a way of reaching out to me because next week, no mass Instagram, okay? Just on Zoom. Um, okay, so are we good on the testosterone topic? Any more questions? Usually leave questions for the end, but if you guys have any questions, feel free to pop them up because it's always good to sparkle conversations. And that's precisely what I'm doing this. Like I have things that I want to cover with you guys just because I want to kind of clarify the subject, but this is for you. This is not for me. So whatever you want to ask, please shoot them up. Is that okay to do? Like shoot them up. Aye, aye. Second thing, second reason why you're never gonna look bulky if you lift heavy is because muscles take a lot less space than fat. And let me explain. Oh, Joshua, thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate that. Appreciate it a lot. God has been good. Aliás, God is good. He hasn't been good. He is good, period. And He's blessed me with more than I could ever ask. But He's going to keep on blessing. I know that. So, okay, so muscles take less space than fat. You've probably seen that picture of a pound of fat and a pound of muscle, right? I'm gonna try to recreate here. So let's say this is a pound of fat, and let's say this is a pound of muscle. So if you're weighing 150 pounds and you have 30% of body fat, and you are weighing 150 pounds and you have 15% of body fat, did you see that? Guess which one would you want to look like? Guess which one would look better, would feel better on you? 150 pounds, 15% body fat, because same weight, less volume. You're going to look tighter. You're going to look smaller. You're going to look, and I understand like the goal is not to look smaller necessarily because we need to be careful with the words because the word is a sensitive place right now. But we do not need to look smaller. But I want you to feel good. And nobody, I don't care what they say. Okay, this is my space. I'm going to say the truth. I'm going to say what I feel. I don't care what they say. Nobody is happy struggling to zip up their pants. I said it, let it digest. Nobody intentionally is happy when they sit down and their jeans are about to cut their circulation on their belly. That's not our personal preference. I understand some people find out a way to live with that. I certainly had on my years of battling binge eating disorder and a lot of excess weight and fluctuating weight from anywhere from 10 to 20 to 30 pounds. I was never happy. I was happy while I was eating, but not happy when I was getting dressed, when I was out, when I was doing anything. So having said that, the goal is not necessarily to look smaller. The goal is to look confident, to be happy at your own physique. And that comes in different sizes for everybody. Let's take somebody my height. I'm 5'4". Joshua, can I get an amen? Yes. Somebody my height. I'm now 145-ish. I can get comfortable at 155. I'm more comfortable at 145. Amen, Christine. And I think I'm going to be even more comfortable at 140. It's just probably going to be hard for me to maintain at 140 because I do have a lot of muscle. But somebody might feel comfortable at 165 at my height. And that's okay. I just want you to feel confident. So the whole thing about exchanging exchanging body fat for muscle is not necessarily so that you look smaller, but that you look stronger, that you have more health. The more muscles you have, the healthier you are. The more calories you burn just to maintain your muscles, the more energy you have. The like your muscles, especially like your muscle contraction, releases substances that make you happy, endorphins, dopamine. It comes with movement. And I'm sorry, fat is a dead tissue. Muscle is a live tissue. You don't want to keep holding all that body fat inside your system because that's doing nothing but storing energy and making sure you get inflammation and just dead tissue and just, I honestly believe I've seen so many cases, and people, once again, they might point fingers at me, but I honestly believe that if you have a super high level of body fat, it affects your cognition, because you're if you're like get to the points of being the what we call the type 3 diabetes, not just like the obesity. It's not type 3 diabetes, that's Alzheimer's. uh Obesity generated diabetes, you get like, it really affects your brain health. I'm not saying you get dumb. That's all I'm saying. Don't put words on my mouth. What I'm saying is, physiologically, your brain is not as sharp. But once again, I digress. Wow, I didn't know I had so much to say. I guess I've been holding on to some info here. So back to that's one reason why you're never gonna get bulky if you lift heavy, because even if you keep lifting heavy and heavy and heavy and you're getting muscles and muscles and muscles, I'm rest assured you're gonna be losing some body fat. Of course, there's a lot of that's connected to your diet and your nutrition. You're not just gonna keep doing like magically doing the body recomposition. You need to be accompanied by like a proper nutrition, and we can talk a little bit about this if you should be in a surplus, in a deficit, of maintenance level. But even if you gain 5 pounds of muscle and lose 5 pounds of fat, you're going to be the same weight. You're going to look smaller. And when we're talking about bulky, of course, we don't talk about size. So that is reason number two why you will never get bulky just by lifting heavy. Because if you lift heavy, you build muscles. Muscles take less space than fat. Every time I do this, I'm going to do 5 push-ups. I need to punish myself. I can't keep doing that. 5, I'm going to do 10. Instagram, come follow me. Sorry. It's such a bad habit. I need to cut that at the roots. And this is how we do it. We don't just talk about it, we're going to show it. Okay, so every time I do, I'm going to do 10 push-ups, which is nothing if I do just one time. But if I do 10 times, I'm going to get jacked. Anybody see me? And I already did like 25 today recording a video. Okay. I guess I'm going to be paying attention now because I don't want to keep doing push-ups. Fuck that. I can't grow my upper body anymore. I'm done. At least for my competition. I need my lower body to be like a little softer. Okay, Sagaz, he is a witness. Oh, Sagaz, lembra quando eu entrei na academia com 13 anos? So if you guys are on Instagram, workout Sagaz. He's my buddy from back from home. Went to college together. I mean, he's much older than me, of course. I'm just a baby, but he was at the gym. He was an instructor at the gym that I signed up at first at 13 years old. And I remember him like he was showing me like his bicep like contracting. Oh my goodness, that was damn 13. It's 26 years ago. Oh Lord, Lord. Nice, awesome, Joshua. Hey, Chelsea. Thank you, Christine. There you go. So whenever I do push-ups, you guys need to do it too. I love that. Thank you, Khaled. So guys, let's not talk about age here. Oh Lord. Okay, so reason number one, you're never gonna get bulky. Lifting heavy is, for my girls out there, you have considerably less testosterone than men. You're never gonna look like the bros. Get over it. Reason number two, muscles take much less space than fat. So even if your weight doesn't fluctuate, you're lifting heavy, you're gonna build muscle, you're gonna drop some body fat most of the times, you're gonna get smaller and tighter. They're going at it. Okay, I'm not gonna get involved in it. Reason number three. Everybody happy? Everybody ready? Ready? So it takes a lot to build muscle. It takes a lot. Chrissy here, my baby girl who's been working hard for her first and next competition. She can testify. We've been working out like what, 3 months, 4 months now. It takes a lot to build muscle. It's not a simple science. It takes a lot of consistent effort. It takes a lot of calories. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of things. So you will not, I repeat, you will not just casually get big. Trust me, the bros have been trying to casually get big for the past centuries and they can't. It takes a lot. So I don't know who put that idea in women that if you grab a heavier dumbbell, you're gonna get become the Hulk. It doesn't happen like that, you guys. We wish it did, right? We wish it did. Wish it was so easy to build a nice butt. Okay, let me do a couple of squats with my pinky dumbbells, and there you go. My butt's bigger than Kardashians. Which I hope you all guys know it's fake, by the way. Um, it doesn't happen like that. It's a lot of effort put into building muscles. So guys, are you laughing at me? So guys, a lot of work. It's progressive overload. It's time under tension. You need the proper rest. You need the proper number of sets per week. You need the proper weight. You need to get your muscles to fatigue. You need the proper influx of nutrition, protein, carbohydrates. You need a lot of hydration, right, so guys? You need a lot of everything to build muscle. So trust me when I tell you, you will not ever, 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 ever casually, incidentally become jacked. Now, I mind you, there's some people who are just genetically gifted and they do have a more like athletic build. They do have more like you see some women, they like maybe they run track and school and they don't even train as much. Like they're naturally, they have a six pack, they will have that. Or some women who, I don't know, just are naturally bigger. That's their natural complexion. Some women, like for me, I think I'm naturally bigger. If you see all my aunts back home in Brazil, all of them are pruning, except my mom. My mom takes care of her. Let no cousins of mine hear this. I love my aunties. I love my aunties, but most of them are naturally tending towards the like bigger size. They're gaining more body fat because they're not eating properly, they're not exercising. Like we don't need to go there, you guys know. So that's my natural tendency. Like I am big, I lift a lot, and I still not bulky. What happened with me is just I kept the same size, but I completely switched fat for muscle. Even if you go on my post today, you're gonna see like I put two exercises, same exercise, two different times. When I was doing kickbacks, 2015, I looked at the videos like, where's my butt? I kept looking for it and I couldn't find my butt. I was like, where's my butt gone? I thought I had a butt 10 years ago. Apparently, I did not. Thank you, my love. You look so great too. I love seeing you in your hats. Always, 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 always such a pleasure. Um, and now, 10 years later, I've been able to grow a butt. Same weight. 10 years later, I grew a butt. I lost waist. I lost excess body fat. And I'm molding and have been molding my body for the past 10 years. A little bit prior to that, but like I'm saying, like with bodybuilding, right? Um, so that's what I want you guys to really understand. You will never accidentally get big. Don't be afraid to grab the heavier dumbbell. And just like before we open up for questions, because no, presentation is over, class is not dismissed. But a little advice that I give most of my clients who train with me personally, and some of them that do online too, it's like if whenever you're training, let's say a squat. Put your squat, 10 to 12 reps, barbell. You start with the barbell. Barbell is 45 pounds. Girl, go look at my post. I had no butt. I'm doing those kickbacks for life, and it's like it's hidden. I thought I had a nice butt, but everything can get better. Okay, so you're doing the barbell squat with the barbell, 45 pounds of barbell. Let's say at the end of the 12 reps, you finished. It was hard. but you did all the 12 reps perfectly. You didn't feel like your form was off. You didn't feel like you could injure yourself. It was perfect. Oh, thank you, Josh. It was so nice to see you again. Send me a DM. Let's keep in touch. So what I would advise you is, okay, add some weight on the sides. Maybe add 5 pounds on each side if you're trying to be super conservative. Maybe add 10 pounds on each side and try to do the reps again. Okay, did the same 12 reps. It was hard. It was, it hurt, but all the reps were perfect. I didn't feel like I was going to get injured myself. That's a sign for like increase the weight. So as heavy as you can go with perfect form, with perfect safety, you need to keep increasing weights. Why? The more weight you can lift, the better response you're going to get from your muscle fibers. Muscle fibers, they respond through several mechanisms, but one of them it's the mechanical tension between the fibers. So every time you contract and you move, your muscle fibers are doing this. All that friction, all that slide and glide, it's creating micro tears on the fibers. The heavier we can go, the more micro tears you're ripping off. And the more micro tears you have, the bigger, like the more results you're gonna get after that, because the body's gonna understand like, oh, there's an injury there. We need to send supplies. We need to send nutrition. We need to send blood flow. So, and that's what makes the muscle grow bigger. Like you've probably heard of like a bone. Geez, I don't know how to say in English. Like whenever you break a bone on your arm, it's very common in kids. You like I broke my arms, both of them, when I was a kid. You break your arm and then you put a cast, and then the on the place that you broke your arm, you create like a little like a thicker bone. Why? Because on the injury, the body understands we need to heal that, so we need to send more cells. So you create a little bit of a stronger bone. That's exactly the same thing that happens with the muscle cells. So the heavier you can lift, the more tears you're going to create, the better recovery you're going to get, the stronger your muscles are going to get. Okay, my hair is cray cray today. Makes sense? So if you can do the same squat, the same reps, the same safety with a 45-pound bar or a 65-pound bar, of course, go for the 65. It's going to be so much more profitable for you, for your body, for your muscles, for your longevity, for your strength, for your bikini shots. Okay. Basically, what I'm saying is the perception of pain, of muscle pain, like, oh, this was hard and it hurt, is not enough for you to say, I need to, this is my weight. No. What you should, and I did such a great read on that, I'm going to try to find and link it, but you should use your capacity of movement, not your perception of pain. So if you can do the movement perfectly with your reps and it's safe and it's like, okay, increase the weight. And with that, I'm gonna, oh, damn it. For those of you guys who just joined, every time I need to do 10 push-ups. Oh, saco. That's gonna be the last time I do it, at least today. Oh, no, my clients are gonna be so thrilled watching this. Okay, with that, we call it quits, and I'm opening for questions. Anybody has questions? While you're sending your questions, let me talk about once again next week. Next week is July. For those of you who've been sleeping around, that's not the right way to use it. For those of you who've been sleeping on, those of you who haven't been paying attention, that's basically what I wanted to say. Oh, Lord, help me. For those of you who haven't been paying attention, next week is July. And, we do a theme set of calls per each month. Next week, we're going to start. I'm going to be an open book about my prep, everything that I'm taking, everything that I'm eating, all my cardio. Beijo, guys. So good to see you too. Love you, brother. All my cardio, all my lifts. So I'm going to start recording all my workouts because I go to the gym and I just do stuff. So I'm going to start tracking that for you, and gonna post everything here. I'm gonna share my screen and do it. You can screenshot and all of that. Caveat is I'm not gonna broadcast it here on Instagram. Thank you, Christine, for the solidarity with me. I'm not gonna do this on Instagram. I'm only gonna do live on Zoom. Okay. So if you want the inside scoop, you need to be on a Zoom. Why? Because this is a privilege for my clients and people who are in my world. I do here on Instagram because I want to see more people, but I don't want this to be open. I don't want this to be super big. It's a secluded special place where I'm going to open everything about my workouts and my no, journey to worlds. I compete August 9, WBFF World Competition here in Miami. If you're local and you want to go, hit me up because it's going to be amazing. Um, yes, yes. So that's what I want you to see. Thank you, Chrissy. You're the best, my love. Ba-rum, ba-rum, ba-rum. Okay, any questions? Any questions? And questions, guys, can be about anything, okay? It doesn't have to be about the topic. Anything you want to ask, I'm all ears. This is a open space for you. Also, I want you guys to know that I am taking more clients for my online program. And also my online is personalized, everything custom made for you. Also, I do have a new product launch coming up very soon, so stick around. Chris is asking, how do you know if you're operating at optimal hormone? The best way to do that, my love, is just doing a test. Okay, you need to run your test, a blood test. You can go through some doctors and naturopath doctors. I can connect you with some. I can take a look for you as a friend. I cannot legally do that. Uh, it depends. We can do like a full profile. I would also recommend at least like once a year do a full panel, because even if you're not feeling anything, or how can I say, if you're not feeling any symptoms, like you said, I need to know if it's optimal. It might be within normal range, but is it optimal? Thank you, Christine. And that's the difference between you going to just a regular doctor who's gonna look for a disease and sickness, and as long as you don't have a disease or sickness, he's gonna say like you're fine, and going to like a performance-based doctor, a sports doctor, a longevity doctor, something like that, that's gonna see like, oh, maybe we could improve your vitamin D because that has a correlation with testosterone and your sleep cycle, like all those things, because everything is connected. So bummed. It's not about the push-ups. It's about not having control of my habits. I hate that. But I'm gonna keep that habit out of me with push-ups. Watch me go. This is the last time I'm doing push-ups today. Today. Oh my goodness. And trust me, I can do lots of push-ups. I did a challenge here at the gym I used to work at. I did like, I don't know, 700 push-ups in 2 hours, I guess, an hour. I don't know. So they can handle it. It's just pain in the butt. A pain in the butt. Got it, Chrissy? Which is good because I haven't done my cardio today and I don't know if I will have time to do it. So doing those push-ups actually helps with my calorie burning. Awesome. Any more questions? You have one, you have two, you have 3 seconds. Bye, everybody. Have a beautiful Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining. Don't forget it. Next Tuesday, Zoom only if you like an inside scoop of everything that we do, all the nonsense I talk about, all the stupid jokes I like to throw in, all my tantrums. It's gonna have to be on Zoom, okay? Thank you so much, everybody. Have a beautiful, blessed night. Thank you, Zoom. Thank you. Thank you, Instagram. I'll talk to you later. Bye. God bless you.